Welcome to the Zach On Leadership Podcast. I am your host, Zach Hughes. Today's episode is entitled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Technology Leaders. True story. Generative AI recently hallucinated, claiming that I wrote an ebook entitled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Technology Leaders. That was totally made up. But I liked the idea, so I decided to defictionalize it. Or here's a creepier explanation. GenAI knew the future. Never mind, let's not go there. Back in the day when I started my career, Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People was hot. I remember taking a corporate classroom course on the topic. It was great and I learned a lot. The podcast episode I'm recording here won't be nearly as important, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. Our new AI overlords want me to. Intro. These are habits, not personality traits. Any aspiring tech leader can do these. Do them regularly and you'll be unstoppable. Ask 100 different technology leaders and you'll get 100 different lists. These are mine. This is what I value and what I think works well. Habit number 1. Think. Tech leaders naturally spring into action. We also freely speak our minds. Lastly, we have plenty of demands on our time, so we're often running around. This comes naturally to most of us. Here's the habit that the best tech leaders embrace. Stop and think. The best tech leaders make time to think. They think before they speak. They are generally considered to be deep thinkers. When they share an opinion, you can count on the fact that it's well thought out. Thinking is a habit. I make time on my schedule for think time. I also take time to work through some of my more complex ideas and write them out. When I'm driving to or from the office, I'm rarely listening to the radio. I'm often thinking about a problem, strategy, or position. Yes, I can think on my feet too, but I'm even more effective when I make thinking a habit. If you'd like to read more about this topic, check out the links in the show notes. Habit number 2, take the heat. Most tech leaders have operational responsibility. When the technology in their area breaks, bad things happen. The business is impacted, customers complain, and tensions rise. What happens next makes or breaks a tech leader. The best tech leaders let their teams focus on the problem, and they stand in front of the business and customers and take the heat. Again, this is a habit. Naturally, we like to focus on the problem or focus on our team. It takes discipline to engage with the impacted, take an earful, respond with empathy, and move forward. You can read more in the show notes. Habit number 3, serve. Tech leaders direct work and make sure stuff gets done. That's the core job. Naturally, many gravitate towards command and control, using their authority as a boss to manage. The best tech leaders develop the habit of serving as their primary means of leading. It starts with a belief that people are naturally motivated and skilled. They don't need to be told what to do, but they do need to feel safe, empowered, supported, and strategically aligned. Leaders provide that, and their teams make the magic happen. New to servant leadership, I wrote a primer about it. You can find a link to it in the show notes. Habit number 4, inspire. Tech leaders have a reputation for being analytical and reasonable. There's not a lot of emotion going on. Facts and data should be all they need, right? Wrong. The best tech leaders build a habit of inspiring their teams. People don't just need work instructions. They need a worthy cause to fight for. They need a strategy that is compelling. They need to be led by values that resonate. Yes, even the computer nerds, especially the computer nerds. Don't feel particularly inspirational? You can develop this habit. Don't copy somebody else's style, but build your own. Need some coaching? Ask the inspirational people in your life to hold you accountable. You can read more of my thoughts with the links in the show notes. Habit number 5, recruit. Leaders are nothing without their teams. Sorry, leaders, it's just true. Have a bad team, you are awful. Have a great team, you are amazing. The best tech leaders are talent magnets. This is the leader's job. HR and talent acquisition aren't going to do this for you. You have to make yourself the type of leader that top talent wants to work for. Don't be invisible. You have to put out the vibe in your markets. Then do your part to retain the talent and keep them happy. If they do leave, don't throw a fit. Play the long game. What goes around comes around. Habit number 6, learn. Most technology leaders are former technologists. We used to have the hot skills, but then we got into management. The further we got from the hands-on keyboard work, the more out of touch we become. That's an issue. Related to habit number 5, low-tech leaders have a hard time leading high-tech engineers. More importantly, as leaders, we need to stay up on the leading-edge technologies so we can speak intelligently about technology trends in executive leadership circles. When I decided to pursue a career in IT, I knew I was signing up for a lifelong learning assignment. Going into management didn't let me off the hook. I make time to learn leadership skills, and I make time to learn the latest technologies. How about you? Feeling outdated and falling behind? Sharpen your skills. There's so many ways to do that nowadays. You can read more about the subject with the links in the show notes. Habit number 7, influence. Decent technology leaders lead their teams and serve their customers. The best technology leaders influence their entire company and change their whole industry. Whoa, Zach, stop right there. I barely have time to do my job. How can I do that? In my experience, time isn't the issue. It's more a matter of fear and lack of confidence. You are an expert. Get on a stage and share your expertise. Are you terrible at public speaking? It's a skill you can learn and practice, just like any other skill. Write a blog, get active on LinkedIn, be a guest on a podcast. Go to networking events, mentor someone. These are just a few ideas. Don't let fear and lack of confidence hold you back. Face your fears, muster confidence, and just do it. Not because you're cocky, but because you have a role to play in making the world a better place. The 7 habits. These are the 7 habits that make tech leaders exceptional. How are you doing? Which one needs work? All of them? Pick one and start working on it today. For a little extra accountability, let me know what you'll be working on. I'm here to cheer you on. That's all for this week's episode of the Zach on Leadership Podcast. Thanks for listening.